Hey everybody, it's Ia Patsy here. I'm doing the general energies reading for the sign of Cancer for the year 2018. And what I decided to do is make up my own spread. So I decided to use cards from the Inner Child Tarot by Isha and Mark Lerner. All right, in this tarot deck, they've assigned different energies to different characters in fairy tales. So in this deck, the card that signifies Cancer is Peter Pan, okay? And Peter Pan's planet is the moon, and in this deck, the moon is signified by the fairy godmother, all right? Peter Pan is the number 7, and the fairy godmother is 2. 2 and 7 are 9, and we know 9 is the number of Egun, all right, the ancestors. So Cancer has a connection to the ancestors, to spirituality, to the divine, to mysteries, to secrets, to things that are hidden and not easily known, okay? This card, Peter Pan, calls for a balance between earth-centered life and a spiritual life. When an individual is in touch with their inner guides, they know not to try to control the guidance, but to move gracefully between the balance of light and dark and between day and night. Okay? This talks about the temptation to remain an eternal child like Peter Pan, to avoid reaching a certain level of maturation of the human soul. We must return to our centers to find our way back home after experiencing life's adventures. The quest is ultimately to find our sanctuary and our soul heritage. As we reach obstacles and sudden twists on our journey, we must not panic, as in panic. Peter Pan signifies the adult that wants to stay young at heart. The fairy godmother, the moon, represents the deepest parts of our psyches. As we gain faith, we gain wisdom, and we gain the protection of the divine. The fairy godmother, also known as the high priestess in the tarot, the regular tarot, is the key to teachings, the key to mysteries, is the key to our innate wisdom, our intuition, and our reverence for all of life. She represents the cycles of the moon, okay? She represents the enchantresses, the mother, ancient mysteries. She offers us gifts of the spirit. She allows us the wisdom to believe in miracles and magic and our own divine intelligence. She offers us universal love, and she reminds us to persevere to accomplish our soul work. Okay? So those are the cards that represent Cancer in this tarot deck. And yes, I took notes because this is a lot, and I made up the spread myself. All right? And so far it seems to be working pretty good. All right? So those are the two energies representing Cancer. All right? Now, for the year 2018, I pulled cards from all of the different decks that I've been using the last few months that I've been doing readings on YouTube and Facebook. And so the first card that we got was from the Romance Angel Oracle deck, Finances and Career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay, so what this said to me is that you're going to have a lot of this year, you're going to be concerned with things that have to do with your finances, your career, your job. It may talk about changing jobs. It may be talking about retiring. It could be talking about getting a new job. It could be talking about investments. It could also be talking about opening a business, starting a new business. It could be talking about investments. All right. A lot of things that have to do with maybe stock market investments, retirement accounts. And these considerations, Cancer, may have some impact on your love life. So this could be talking about maybe if you're getting a divorce, maybe some arrangements for child support, alimony. Could be talking about an inheritance. It could be talking about promotions, trying to get a promotion at work, putting in for promotions at work. So again, you're going to have a lot of things centering around finances and career for the year 2018. Then I got 2 cards from the Tarot of the Orisha by Durkheim and Zerloff. All right, and the cards that came out there were the 9 of Fire and the 4 of Air. Okay, the 9 of Fire, you could be having, you could be dealing with somebody who is a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries in this coming year. All right, 9 of Fire talks about saving your energy for self-improvement and more mental and spiritual activities in the coming year. And the 4 of Air, this card talks about feeling attacked from all sides. Feeling like maybe your paths are closed and you're facing trouble on several different levels in the coming year. All right. My advice to you based on these cards would be to maybe abstain from alcohol and sex, as much as you can for the year. Getting more in touch with your spiritual side. All right. Doing some spiritual work, setting up your ancestral altar if you haven't already. And if you have, just spending time in prayer. Okay, make it a routine. All right, you need to be able to protect yourself. I would try to burn a white candle for protection and clarity, or even a green candle for your money. And you could do a blue candle for health. But I think that since they talked about your finances and career, that maybe this has something to do with your job. So, Cancer, I would think that it might be a good idea for you to do some protection for your spiritual self, spend more time in prayer, and to burn a candle for a green candle for money, or a white candle, which is good for everything. All right. Yeah, it seems like you're having a little bit of a way to go this coming year in 2018. All right, you're going to be learning things, and you're going to have to grow up. All right, you're going to be getting some lessons that are going to be kind of hard, but you have the ability to handle it, Cancer. The next card that we got from the Conscious Spirit Oracle was Sun Goddess. I celebrate each sunrise and recognize the healing energies of the sun. Okay, so I think this is saying that you need to get out more, Cancer. All right, and maybe that you need to look forward to a new beginning. All right, this talks about the healing qualities of the sun. All right, but also way up in the corner, there's a figure up there. It looks like a woman, and she has her head buried, her face buried in her hands, like she's been through some anguish. And I think this is telling you the sun will come out tomorrow, basically, and that new day will bring a great healing. All right, let me just take a look at that sun goddess and see what messages we can give to you for the coming year. All right. Since the beginning of time, the sun has shown its vibrant, life-giving energy onto the earth. This energy has been stored in the natural world in many forms, but we have exploited these stores. We need to use these resources sparingly in a sustainable manner. Acknowledge the vital part the sun plays in the universe. Greet the sun with gratitude each morning and give thanks for its warmth and energy. The sun controls the seasons. Learn to sense the different stages and how they affect your life and your own energy. The sun's energy is healing, and it can help lift your mood. Simply by sitting in a sunny spot and imagining the warmth and the light of the sun flowing through your body can bring relief from pain and make you feel happier. By eating fresh organic foods, you're also able to enrich your diet with the healing energies of the sun. If you spend most of your day indoors, start putting time aside daily to sit or walk outside in the sunlight. You must also understand that the powerful rays of the sun can be harmful if not respected. If you spend too much time in the sun, this card could be warning you to take the necessary precautions to protecting your skin from the harsher rays of the sun. The sun's energies are changing and expanding. Be aware of how this affects all aspects of your own life. Okay, very good. All right. Now the next card the cards that you got from for 2018 were from the Life Purpose Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. This is a new deck, all right, that we just opened up a week or two ago on Facebook. And these cards talk about your career, your life purpose, different directions that you could go career-wise, all right? So you got two cards, Cancer. And the first card that you got was counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Empathetic ear. Okay? Counseling. All right, so let's take a look at what that card talks about, what it is advice. Okay, let's do this here. All right, counseling. People frequently reveal their deepest secrets and worries to you because you're a natural counselor who channels wise advice and kind support. This card comes as a counselor for you, advising you to choose a career path involving this type of work. Since you're already performing the functions of a counselor, you may as well receive remuneration for it, in addition to the emotional fulfillment that counseling brings you. The angels can support any need or desires you may have for classes that will teach you skills and lead to proper licensure. Your counseling path can be along the lines of life coaching, where you help clients organize their goals and intentions into achievable steps. Or you can blend in spirituality through traditional pastoral counseling, or via the more alternate path of giving readings. Your work could also involve teaching or writing. The main point is that this life purpose uses words as a healing modality. With proper training, you're highly qualified to conduct counseling work. Please don't think that your own life needs to be perfect before you can help others. All counselors have their own ego issues and human imperfections. The point isn't whether you have these character and life quirks, it's what you do with them that counts. As long as you listen to your clients' feelings with an open mind and heart, their needs will be served. Okay? So don't hesitate, if that's something that you're interested in, to start looking into that for the coming year. That may be a way to spend more time in meditation, okay, to advance your finances and career, all right, and to share what you have, and also finding more ways to protect yourself when you're doing readings and things like that, counseling. What you're giving to your clients, at the same time you're feeding your own soul and giving things to yourself, and you're learning as you're going along also. So counseling may be a good vocation for you to look into for this coming year, Cancer. Now look, you got another card. Children. Okay. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. Okay, so maybe you can be a counselor to young people, to children. All right, let's see what this says. You have an affinity for young people, which is why you drew this card. Helping children is an important and much needed function, since the world's youth needs understanding adults. Kids naturally trust you and look to you for leadership. Consider devoting your time and talents to helping them keep their minds and hearts open to love. Well, that's good. In this way, you contribute to a developing world of sensitive and caring future leaders, and we know that we do need that. Your life purpose can follow many avenues, including raising your own children or spending time with those of a close friend or relative. Ask Archangel Metatron, the angel of sensitive young people, to guide your actions so that they're best suited to your abilities and help children most effectively. All of your natural instincts, such as writing, art, music, animals, sports, and so forth, can be a way to help. They can be a way to heal and support children. If you need additional training or ideas, the angels will guide you. Well, that might be a perfect idea for Peter Pan, who kind of straddles the fence between adulthood and childhood. Maybe working with children would be a satisfying career choice for you, Cancer. So that might be something to look into. And counseling children, that's a career right there in itself. So those might be things that you might want to look into, Cancer, next year, if you're not already involved in that. And that could be anything, teaching Sunday school in your church, working with the police athletic league in your community, or the YMCA, or any of those organizations for young people, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Brownies, things like that. Those might be things, again, for you to look into. They may be, those things will also add some healing to your soul and to your spirit. And you can learn things from the work, and especially working with children. Children say the darndest things, right? So that might be something that you may want to look into. Now, fourth set of cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth set of cards that I went to for your reading, Cancer, was the Native Spirit Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. All right, and these are based on Native American energies. All right, so you got 2 cards there too. The first card that you got was Ancient forest. Ancient forest. All right, so let's look it up and see. Your roots go deep. Incredible, radiant, healing strength is available to you and grows within you. Do not doubt your abilities. There's so much more. You're so much more than you can possibly imagine. There's immense, unseen, but very real support around you. You are loved and cherished. You are grounded, stable, and strong as your spirit reaches high into the heavens. Throughout the world, those in indigenous cultures revere what we call the tree people. The powerful life forces of trees can bring healing, strengthening, and grounding energies. The kind of tree might vary from culture to culture, but the reverence and gratitude for its beneficial energies are the same. The ancient forest is alive with nature spirits. Additionally, each tree has an individual spirit, especially powerful and resilient. The forest can survive the harshest conditions because of the mutual support of the spirit and the entire forest. Your greatest strength is silent and deep. It doesn't need a show of force. It just is. Inner power is found through contemplation, reflection, and meditation. Sometimes it comes from times of growth and change. Other times it springs from surviving and conquering painful situations. So this speaks to you, Cancer, talking about silent strength, okay, and contemplation, reflection, and meditation. Cancers are thoughtful, and they tend to go into themselves when they're challenged or when they have something that's challenging them. They're thinkers, all right? Quiet thinkers. But when they act, right? This says, adopt a tree. It can be one in your yard or one in a nearby park or wilderness area. Talk to the tree. Touch its bark. Give thanks, and by doing so, you create an energy connection that will continue to nurture you, no matter how far away you are from your adopted tree. Ashe, that's beautiful. Okay, the next card you got was Spirit of Earth. All right, let's see what they say about that. Just a lot of different spirits here. Okay, Spirit of Earth. Here we go. Prosperity is blossoming in all areas of your life. You are strong and grounded. Who you are is enough, just as you are. Connect more fully with nature. The Spirit of Earth asks you to tend to your health, detoxify your body. And I spoke earlier about refraining from sex and alcohol. When I say sex and alcohol, I also mean drugs. Okay, so drugs, sex, alcohol. Understand how to use your body's physiology. Pay attention to how your body feels and respond accordingly. Create a home for your soul. Again, talking about creating a sacred space, setting up an ancestral altar. Have objects in your home that feel good to you every time you see them. Be present. Cherish the here and now. The Spirit of the Earth represents your physical self and your physical surroundings. It's okay to make plans for the future, but make sure that you also embrace and appreciate the present. You're deeply and profoundly loved and supported at all times, no matter what is occurring in your life. Trust that all your needs are being met. Take time to create spaces in your home where you feel absolutely at peace. And in doing so, you create a template for peace in all areas of your life. Feel the solidity and the power of the earth beneath you. This is in your core. Just as grass pushes up through moist ground, know that fresh new shoots of growth are similarly taking place within you right now. You are grounded, prosperous, and strong. All solid forms around you, including your body, are part of the physical realm. Notice how you relate to and identify with physical universe around you. By doing this, you are activating the spirit of earth within you. Let the reality of your relationship with the earth fill your consciousness. Feel it in every pore of your being. Let yourself merge with its energy. Imagine how it would feel to be a rolling hill, a great mountain, or a deep canyon. Imagine yourself lying in a meadow of wildflowers high in the mountains. Visualize the roots of the trees extending deep into the soil, reaching down toward the center of the earth. So again, this is about being grounded. This is about nature. This is about finding sacred space at home and in nature and appreciating the earth, okay, and the fullness thereof. Very nice. While I was reading this, I was thinking about, I don't know why I got a vision about basketball teams. Maybe that's another thing that you could be doing with the children. It just kept coming through when I was reading. Maybe it had to do with the trees being tall. I don't know, but it spoke about, forming teams in your neighborhood. A girls basketball team or a boys basketball team or co-ed teams that play against each other. That would be kind of cool. I mean, have a team that's got boys and girls on each side, and let them play against one another and see how that works. That might be something that may be fun and be good for the community, especially if you don't have enough kids to make, a team of all boys or all girls. Then why not make a team where you have a mixture of boys and girls working on each side, offense and defense, or however y'all do basketball stuff. I'm not a sports person. I'm just saying. So anyway, the next cards that I'm going to be utilizing in this reading are the Until Today cards by Iyanla Vanzant. Okay, and we're going to see whether or not Iyanla Vanzant's cards have anything else to to contribute to this reading. All right. Well, I guess so. The first one says, please excuse all crazy experiences. Please excuse all crazy experiences. And that spells out peace. Until today, you may have thought it was necessary to eliminate craziness from your life. Just for today, choose to be at peace no matter what's going on. I know that's right. The next card that you got is, I forgive myself for believing that I'm not worthy of love. I forgive myself for believing that I'm not worthy of love. Until today, you may have been denying love to yourself. Just for today, allow yourself to accept all that is good and loving in your life. All right, Cancer. So if you have someone around you who is picking at your bones, okay, coming at you from all sides, pray for them. Pray for yourself. All right. Try to work on shoring up your soul. All right. And working on your journey. and let the haters do what they do. All right. Don't let anybody steal your joy, Cancer. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're not worthy, that you're strange, or you're different, or you're odd, or anything. You're none of those things. You are you, beautiful, sensitive souls. All right. And just because you don't say a lot doesn't mean that you don't feel a lot. And when you do speak, they need to listen. Right? Cancers are soulful and smart, and they're paying attention to what's going on. You don't always have to say something. You just feel it. And when you feel and you know, then you act on it. I think that you need to be more, honor your instincts more and your intuition more, okay? And don't give your power over to other people, all right? Be responsible, okay? But also recognize that you, just like all of us, have a purpose in life. And your purpose is not to be stepped on, not to be harangued, not to be nagged. Your purpose is to do what it is that the divine has for you to do. And everybody's mission is different. And we all have different paths. And it doesn't make yours any better or worse than anyone else's, as long as you're operating in a positive, spiritual, humane manner, right? You don't have to be loud and bold to get your point across. You can just be you. And it's still, Spirit is still going to work with you. And Spirit is going to work with you. And if they need you to be any different, they'll make those changes within you and between you and Spirit, okay? It's not for anybody else. It's not for any outside entity to try to force their belief system on you or to put you down for whatever belief system that you have. We all have our own paths, all right? Somebody needed to hear that, I guess, all right? But I have made a video about setting up an ancestral altar in your home, and you can go to my YouTube page, which is Iya Emi Patsy. That's IYAEMIPATSY, or you can go to Iya Arzula Egun and see there if you can get the ancestral altar video that I did. It is very simple, and I'm sure I'll talk about it again in the coming year, or maybe at the end of the year. I'll do it one more time for everybody to see it once more, now that I got my new PC set up. But we thank God for it anyway. Okay. All right. So those cards that I was busy shuffling while I was speaking to you are the postcards from Spirit, and they're a new deck by Colette Baron Reed. Okay. Postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed, and these are 52 oracle card deck, and each one of the cards are like postcards. All right, you got two. I don't know, getting a lot of twos here, Cancer. So each card has a message from Spirit. Okay, and when you get these, if you use these in a reading, or you'd like to get read with them, You ask a question of the ancestor, but if you're speaking to a specific ancestor, when they answer you back, they are going to answer you in a collective. So if you're talking to Aunt Mary, they're going to address you in the answer as we or us or our. That's just the way that the author wanted you to be clear about, and I want you to be clear about that too. Okay? But the front of the cards have beautiful ethereal writing and drawings on them, and each message is separate, and you have a little stamp in the corner that says Heaven 2 cents. So Heaven is putting in their 2 cents, okay? And this card that you got here, Cancer, says you are loved. All right. Dearest you, we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you, always and forever. We just adore you over here. Okay, so that was one message for Cancer from the ancestors. And the second card you got says you are magical with a butterfly. Freedom. Dear you, there is a balance between activity and rest, ebb and flow. You can't have one without the other. If you are faced with an obstacle right now, the best course is surrender and non-resistance. Soon enough, you'll see how easy it is to flow around it. Now is one of those times when you must trust the river of your life. Go with the flow. And in no time, you'll reach what you have your heart and hope set on. Just remember, Spirit will keep your head above water and will direct the currents. When it's time for a greater effort, you know exactly when you'll need to work those manifesting muscles. It can be challenging to master the flow cycles of your life, but as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. Enjoy the flow and trust the currents, for we're right there with you with our little umbrella drinks, smiling at your success. Love you so very much. Well, let's talk a lot about water and ebbs and flows. Okay. Muscles. And affluence. Finances and career. Okay. So look into ways to invest your money. Start saving if you haven't already. All right. If you don't have a savings account, go to the bank or to a credit union near you and open a savings account. Start working on your credit. Start putting money away for rainy days. And for those of you who have a little extra bucks, maybe you should look into investing. All right. And put out the resume or whatever it is that people do these days to see if they can move up in their career. All right. Again, looking at maybe you might want to look into counseling. I'm working with children this coming year. All right. Get out in the sun. get out in nature among the trees. All right. Spend some time doing some spiritual soul work for yourself. Okay. That's what the moon talked about. Soul work. All right. And enjoy your life. Be playful. And of course, no one wants to grow up, but we have to. But there are ways to keep that youthfulness going, all right, and not having anybody try to bring us down, okay? So, Cancer, I hope this resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed this. For the coming year, these are your energies for the year 2018. I thank you so much for your likes and your shares, your subscribes, following me on Facebook. Our stories continue. Following me on YouTube, Iya Arzula Agun, Ifa Midwives, and Iya Emi Patsy. Okay, if you want a private personal reading, I do those too. And you can send me an email at pbtarot7@gmail.com. pbtarot, T-A-R-O-T, the number 7, @gmail.com. And we can set up a personal reading for you. Personal readings cost $25. And usually get back to you within 5 to 7 days, all right, depending on what's going on and how the energy is flowing. Okay, so thank you all so very much. I will probably see you all later on this month to do love bites, all right, and enjoy your Christmas and your Kwanzaa and your Happy New Year, and I'll be talking to you soon, beloveds, all right, and as always, Alafia, Ashe, and peace. Mm-hmm.